Can Goli apple cider vinegar gummies help you lose weight? In this video, I'm going to cut through the hype and show you the research on Goli gummies and vinegar to help you get a better idea if this supplement is right for you. And let's start with the ingredients. So as you can see from the supplement facts label, one gummy is giving you 12 calories, a gram of sugar. The key thing here, as you know, is the apple cider vinegar, where one gummy is giving you 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. And as you can also see here, it's standardized to 5% acetic acid. That's important because the acetic acid is thought to play a key role in the weight loss effects of vinegar. Now below that, you also see it's got some beetroot and some pomegranate, negligible amounts of both, only 40 micrograms a piece. I think the beetroot and the pomegranate there are present to make the supplement taste better. Below those, you see it's got some folic acid and some B12, providing 50% of your daily value for both folic acid and B12. And if you've never paid attention to the daily values before, just remember the two key things. If you see 5% or less, it means it's low in that nutrient. If you see 20% or more, it means it's high in that nutrient. So Goli Gummies is high in both folic acid and B12. That's fine. Now let's jump over to the weight loss research. And the first thing I want you to realize is that I can't find any clinical research published in medical journals on Goli gummies or any apple cider vinegar gummies themselves. The research actually involved vinegar. Okay, now with that in mind, let me show you the research. So I've got this investigation here where 155 people are followed for 3 months. They're given a 16-ounce beverage that contains either 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, or no vinegar at all. They do this every single day for 3 months. What do they find? After 3 months, those doing the vinegar, they lost weight, body fat drops, visceral body fat decreases as well. That's important because that's their worst kind of fat. Their triglycerides actually drop quite a bit, and their waist circumference decreases as well. Now, in terms of the weight loss, 2.5 to 4 pounds more weight loss in the vinegar groups versus those who just consumed the beverage itself without the vinegar. That's one study. Now we got another investigation. So this study actually did use apple cider vinegar. It's a smaller study, only 39 people in this study, but one of the key things to remember is they all went on a diet for 3 months. They cut out 250 calories a day from their diet, but some of them also were given 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar a day, and they're followed for 3 months. What do they find here? Well, they also lost weight. Their triglycerides drop, their body mass index decreases, body fat goes down, and waist circumference drops as well. In terms of the weight loss, what do they find? The apple cider vinegar group loses 9 pounds. The diet-only group loses 5.5 pounds. If you do the math, that means the apple cider vinegar group lost 3.5 pounds more than the diet-only group. Interesting. Okay, I showed you 2 studies. Let me put them in perspective. So far we got 2 studies showing vinegar causes weight loss, some weight loss after about 3 months of use. That's important to remember, 3 months, because there are people out there on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc., who may be using the gummies and saying it didn't work after 1 month. The research appears to show it may take 3 months to see a significant drop in weight. The research also did not use gummies, it used vinegar itself. Keep that in the back of your mind. The dosage of vinegar used in various weight loss research studies is anywhere from 1/2 tablespoon a day to 2 tablespoons a day. Keep that in the back of your mind if you're going to try vinegar. And the weight loss after 3 months ranges anywhere from 2.5 to 9 pounds. That said, I don't believe the 9 pounds. I'm going to throw that out. I think that's an outlier. I think if vinegar works, I think the sweet spot is probably somewhere between 2.5 to maybe 3 pounds over the course of 3 months. So my verdict is if vinegar works, probably works a little bit, 2.5, 3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds. But as for the gummies, does the research on vinegar translate over to the gummies? Hard to say. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. The only way to know for sure is to take the Goli gummies or other gummies, take them into the lab and test them. Hopefully one day that research will be done. Also, I would like to see a couple more studies done. Right now we got 2 studies on vinegar and weight loss. I'd like to see 1 or 2 more others published to get a better handle on what might be going on. Side effects, yes. There are some things you need to be aware of if you're going to try vinegar or gummies themselves. So here I would say start with less for the first week. Don't start with 3 or 4 gummies. Don't start with 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Start with 1 gummy for the first week. Start with maybe a half a tablespoon of, say, vinegar. And that's just to see if you personally have any side effects. Rinse your mouth out after chewing the gummies, because remember, the gummies have acetic acid, vinegar. Vinegar is an acid, acetic acid. So we want to minimize the effect of maybe the acid eroding the enamel of your teeth. Same thing is true if you're drinking the vinegar. Rinse your mouth out afterwards. Talk to your doctor if you're having surgery. Vinegar can have a blood thinning effect. Pregnant or breastfeeding, always wise? Diabetic? Absolutely. Vinegar might lower blood sugar. High blood pressure or kidney problems? Always wise to do. Taking any medications? Sure. Want to make sure the vinegar doesn't interact with medications people might be taking, like, for instance, blood thinners, like warfarin, for instance. And then finally, if you have any diarrhea, yeah, don't be doing vinegar, gummies, or otherwise. Again, in high doses, maybe the vinegar might cause minerals like potassium to be lost from the body, and so too could diarrhea. So the combination of two might not be a good idea. So bottom line, if you're sick, don't be doing the gummies, don't be doing the vinegar. What do you think, gang? Have you tried Goli Gummies? Did they work for you? Leave a comment below. I'll be curious to see what you got to say. Until next time, I'm Joe Cannon. Go out, be safe, and where you can, try to make a difference.